follow me down, head into the unknown, down the rabbit hole, where it stops, no one knows. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. Do you dare to follow me down? Head into the unknown.
Hi, everyone. How are you today? Chat has been super busy. Let's make sure my sound is working. Hopefully, this mic has been charging for 2 solid days. I'm hoping that's enough. And I'm hoping my hair is nicely out of the way. There's not going to be any issues. Hopefully. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to share something. So many people here. Thank you so much for joining me. I say hi to everybody individually, but I don't want the romper room vibe going today. But just know that I appreciate absolutely everybody for being here, for watching today. And if you've messaged me and if I haven't got back to you today, it's because my day has been unhinged. And it started out like really super early. And anyway, so I don't know if you guys remember, but a few live streams ago, somebody had made a comment about, I don't know if they said that I looked like Snow White that day or if I reminded them of Snow. It was something to do with Snow White. And I was like, thank you. Like, I didn't know if it was like a compliment or if it's because I'm certainly not a Disney fucking princess. Let's just get that out there. I'm not delusional. However, I thought it was just nice. Somebody said something like that. I was like, oh, that's nice. So then Ian was calling me Snow White, but he was like doing it snarky. And I was like, and this morning he did it again. And I was like, listen, what's your problem? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you jealous? What do you think? I'm like Snow White? Like, what's the big deal? And he's like, you need to go on to Urban Dictionary and look up the definition of Snow White. And I'm gonna have to read it to you because I forgot to send it to myself, but I screenshotted it and sent it to myself. And so we all know that my channel, we know why my channel was started. I don't need to get into that anymore. But a lot of my claim is that I'm just as confused as all of you guys are, you know? And I mean, full transparency, I'm not as confused a lot of times as I might let on. And I'm not as clueless as I might try to let on. And it is strictly to open the communication and seem more approachable by certain people, for certain people. But when I read this Urban Dictionary thing this morning, I just wonder if I'm not as good at playing the dummy as I thought I was. Listen to this. Higher up on my shirt. If it's choppy again, it is the mic, and I'm ticked off. Let me just do this for now, and then I'll move it. When you call somebody Snow White, as per the Urban Dictionary, a person who believes they are pure as the driven snow. I don't. Someone who thinks they can do no wrong and never have. I don't. Someone who is very self-important. Someone who feigns innocence, even in the face of facts and evidence against them. Someone who plays dumb on purpose, usually female, but not always. So, I don't remember who it was that referred to me as Snow White, but is this what you're talking about? Is this what you meant? Because if it is, like, I guess my jig is up. I'm going to move my mic just a sec. Hopefully this is better, but I don't think that's it. I think it's just the mic. So if I'm choppy, I'm sorry. We'll order yet another microphone. Anyways, yes, I don't know, Seawood, if somebody meant it that way or not. That's what I'm asking. I don't remember who said it, but I took it as, you know, there's no way. So, I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I'm hoping, and I don't have time in my day to go back and see who said it, but if that's the case, I'm not feigning innocence. I am innocent, and I am pure as the driven snow. Lily says hi to everybody. I don't know if you can hear them, but again, thank you everybody for coming. Do you guys want me to go through everybody and say hey? Diesel, Mr. Hemi, good to see you again. I noticed too that Layla, she also had me blocked on those same channels. She still has me blocked, and she still comes in here and she's still nice to me. I'm cool with it, whatever, but it's just one of those things. And then just really quickly, as I say all the time, let me know if my sound is messed up. And work is texting me too late. I've been waiting all day for work to get back to me on something, and now they choose to. Stupid. I did take it as a compliment. So Ian pointed that out to me today. So I just wanted to point that out. And thank you, Jackie. Thank you, everybody. You're all so nice to me. I hope you're okay, Melissa. Yeah, that was brutal. Did everybody hear Harley last live stream? That was absolutely uncalled for. I apologize. So rude. Anyways, like I said before, if a certain person shows up here today, let him have his one pass. He can say what he wants, and then he can move along. Because people were asking, did you see Durwood's latest rant? Indeed, I did. Justin Clutch Them Pearls actually read it last night. And I was tired, and I was kind of, I, I, I heard it, and then I read it, and I was like, we're an idiot. But then I just let it go. And then somebody sent it to me again this morning when I was clear of mind, and I read it again, and this triggered me. It upset me in a way that I haven't been upset in a long time. And I think there's something to be said about Gen X and the way we were raised, and how it is difficult to offend this generation. Like, do we have a lot of Gen Xers in here, or late millennials, or younger side boomers? Because we're a different breed, I feel. There's not a whole lot that's going to offend us. This offended me. I'm going to read it just in case anybody hasn't read it completely. To anyone who gives a crap, I'm just as convinced as ever, if not more, that Jack and Lily are being cared for by a native group of people who are concerned about protecting children. And I say thank you to them for that. If I'm correct, and this is true, could you please consider doing another good deed? Another good deed? Please anonymously provide proof of life and well being of those children to the Canadian public. No need to disclose anything about location or anything else because I believe you are doing the right, humane thing. If you would consider this goodwill gesture, it might quiet the public and shut down all these sick, lying podcasters making money while accusing many innocent people of murdering these two children. Then the courts will have to decide on jurisdiction issues your people are demanding changes to. And I agree with your demands. Please consider this request in goodwill. Thanks, Darren Geddes. This to me seems like a desperate man making a public post to again try to gain the confidence of the public. What kind of lunatic would post this publicly in the midst of a case with two missing children where there's no evidence and all of these ridiculous theories? Honestly, what kind of a sick individual thinks that it is a good thing to keep children hidden and to think that this is okay? That this doesn't illustrate how racist and bigoted this man is. I am up to here with like I'm done playing nice with Durwood. I'm done with it. This is the most offensive bullshit I have ever read. And I've read some shit by Durwood. This this takes the cake. But going back to my Gen X roots, when I read this morning, one voice came to my head, and I'd like to play that for you. I'm going to get a copyright strike, and I don't care because I think it's important to share my thoughts with you. My thoughts in a different voice. The second that I heard it, hopefully the sound works because this is too good.
That poor sap is really dumb. He'll fall for anything. Imagine a joke like that trying to catch a smart guy like me. What a maroon. What a maroon. What an ignoramus. Poor little maroon. So trusting. So naive. What an imbecile. What an ultra maroon. What a dope. What a maroon. What a tararagoondier. What a zany. What a knucklehead. What a dope. What a dope. What an Eskimo pie head. What a gullible. What an in-cow poop. That poor sap is.
That's what I have to say to Durwood. That's what I think of Durwood. And I mean, masked off. I am over it with Durwood. His bullshit is it has peaked a level that I didn't think anybody could get to. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely explore this kind of stuff raised us, our generation, and I'm not kidding you. When I read that and I sat down and I was really thinking about it, that's the voice that came to my head. What an ultra maroon. What a nincowpoop. Like honestly, I can't you can't even with Durwood anymore. So that's what I want to say about that. Okay. And then the next one that I want to talk about just really, really quickly is where is it? Um, this one. I'm going to make this bigger. His cheese slid off his cracker. Damn Skippy, it did. It really did. Joe Neal. I want to go through chat so badly and say hi to everybody, but maybe in a little bit, okay? Um, I had a little bit of a rant, Squid. I did. He ought to be ashamed of himself. He is, but he has no shame, and he doesn't have a sense of community or the he has no concept of how serious this is. To think that that post is going to help anything by making it seem like he's appealing to some native community to give the Canadian public proof of life of these missing children. Are you fucking kidding me, Durwood? Seek help. Honestly, get off the bottle and seek help. Anyways, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to DMATs. Okay, because DMATs made this post, and a lot of people think that DMATs is Logan or Durwood or somebody. I don't think so. And I'm going to tell you why, if you don't catch it yourselves. But this gets into what we're going to talk about today with the Black House. Now, do I think that the Black House is directly involved in Jack and Lily's disappearance? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. But what I can tell you is that, okay, so this Black House that's big talk, all pictures are from the same year of Google Vote Viewpoint pic, with flag and older pic of Daniel's place, our same year. Photo and photo of no flags on Black House and pic of Daniel's house with Jack and Lily sign were same year. Okay, I get that. Daniel Martel and Janie Martel's property. It's not Janie Martel, which is why I don't think this person knows what the whatever is also included. The picture with the flags is an older picture. Research is easy. Don't you think the RCMP and search and rescue didn't check this place out? P.S. No one lives there and hasn't for years. I get it. I do. I get it. But we, as a collective, looked at that house the other day because Roots drove by and took a video for us. And we were like, why is that garbage out by the road? That's odd. The house is abandoned. Who's accumulating garbage there? That was strange enough. But then somebody else drove by yesterday and the garbage has been moved to the porch. So research is easy. It really is. So riddle me that. Who did that? Somebody come out or somebody watching YouTube and realize that wildlife was going to rip that up and just go and move the garbage onto the porch? Anyone? Or the comments turned off? And I mean, no disrespect to DMAX. I mean, I don't know who they are. And they have good valid points. But we're going to get into some other stuff with the person that went back out there yesterday, and they were just in the area, so did some videotaping. And I'm not going to say who; they don't want to be identified. But there are things in that area that need to be looked at. Well, I mean, I would suspect apparently Recycle Day and garbage, whatever, was every other week. And this is not their week. So garbage day would have been yesterday. So sometime between, I believe it was the 30th or the morning of the 31st, that garbage was on the lawn by the curb, whatever. And then before garbage day, it was moved up to the porch. Keeping us talking about something irrelevant by moving trash. What do you mean? Right. And that's what I said. I mean, maybe it's somebody just cleaning it up, maybe getting it ready to sell. It's possible. But the thing is, people are there. So is it abandoned? I've also heard that it's being used right now as a hunting cabin. So, maybe. Whose car is out the front? No, that's still that black car. And Daphne apparently, or black truck, but Daphne apparently had two um two different black trucks. But we're gonna look through all that stuff. Um, we're gonna look through all that stuff. I don't think it's a rental house. Let me hit chat just for a little while because you guys are all asking questions and saying stuff. So um you can tell that that is Tinkerbell. Really? I don't know how, but I believe you if you think so. Um, used in the planting of evidence. But I don't think 6 months in. I really don't think the garbage is anything to do with Jack and Lily's disappearance. But it just shows you that it's not abandoned because there are people there who are accumulating garbage. And I don't know if I believe that squatters would accumulate that little bit of garbage after all of this time. But keep in mind, we haven't been, stalking this house for very long. I don't think it's a big deal. I really don't. But I just wanted to point out that somebody is here. Somebody is actively cleaning this place, which only two garbage bags doesn't seem like it's very dirty in there. But if it's been abandoned for years, like who knows? But it's it's strange, right? It's owned by Melvin Lawrence Geddes, correct? And has he recently passed away? The hustler, thanks for being here. Haven't seen you before. It's 100%. She already stated it on a live of Sundays when she was up talking. Okay, good to know. What if Darren Geddes was in on the plan to make the children disappear? I have heard that there was a plan to hide the kids to keep Malaya from leaving. So you think possibly Durwood was working with Daniel? Um, listen, for all I know, it's true, but they are not still on good terms. They're not they're not friendly anymore. Um, maybe D Mats is Daniel. That's what he claimed. The house has been empty for years, doesn't look vacant. Yes, Daniel has told me that it's been vacant for years and that the truck is there to deter people from stopping in, to make people think that somebody lives there, but you can tell that truck has been there for quite some time. And the lights are on a timer, Daniel said. So I don't know. I thought so, but you'd think that they would come up with more garbage than just that. Maybe I'm wrong. Now commenting turn off by poster. Yes, I read that one. Someone seen YouTube and moved that garbage. That's what I thought. Maybe somebody seen YouTube and realized that, yeah, I guess the animals will get to that garbage. It's possible. Apparently, sometimes people stay there, not for certain though, and I don't know who. Right, and that's what I heard too. Like it could be a hunting cabin, just people allowed to stay there for when they're in the area doing hunting trips. Maybe, maybe. But if research is so easy, then why can't we figure that out? My concern with the house is if it is regularly used by squatters or something, then that opens up the scenarios to what happened to Jack and Lily to something done by maybe a stranger who was in the area who, you know, anything is possible at this point. Apparently the owner passed away and maybe real estate. Oh, I did not know if, oh, probably not the best one to direct them to because I kind of went off at the beginning. What had it coming? Bigot. Done with it. It's the place they all hung out. Did Lily and Jack try walking up there to find their parents, in my opinion? Maybe. When? It would have had to have been Thursday. Otherwise, their parents were in bed. You have the deed. Is he still with us or has he passed away, Hustler? Wouldn't there be animals going through the garbage if it's out for so long? That was my question the other day. Why would anybody? Because that was on the Friday, actually, because I remember talking about it and saying, okay, looks like their garbage pickup is on Tuesdays. So, and the garbage hadn't been ripped up. So I was like, well, must have been put out there fairly recently. But now it's either new garbage, but then what happened to the old garbage because the recycle day apparently, or the pickup date is every other Tuesday? Somebody from the area told me that yesterday. Could be a neighbor with extra garbage, but not on the porch. So what's in the bag? No idea. But I do know that it was called in. Last week when it was seen, it was called in. And that person seems to think that the RCMP went and checked out the garbage, which I don't know if they would have done that or why don't they put it in the bin? I mean, they're all very valid questions just to see who's staying there. Is it squatters? Have they been there for long? And have the police check them out? That's all. That's all. Because it is directly next door to where Jack and Lily went missing from. That's why I question it. No other reason. The truck has two different grills. Another, yes, I've got those pictures. So truck on a Chevy, other, yes, I've got those pictures. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. I keep saying that, but I'm used to going through and saying hi to everybody for 45 minutes. I'm not doing that. You're late, but you're here. Thank you. I saw a Chevy grill and then a GMC grill. And there was one where there is no grill. We're going to look. Now I have the Won't You Be My Neighbor Mr. Rogers song in my head. Creepy. Diesel. I posted a photo of like 10 ways the kids could have got out the unfinished fence, and she kept making up BS. She's just not for me, but that's fine. Who? There's vacancy at the property where the school and the cabin is next door. Thanks for being here, my arse. Was it Daniel that told you that no one was living there? Yes, it was. He told me that the truck has been there forever to deter people, to make people think that there's somebody home, and that the lights inside are on a timer for that same purpose. What I see is that it is not food scrap or animals would have torn bags apart. I agree. Were squatters going to put the garbage into a bag though? Someone is cleaning them. Yeah, and I mean, fair enough. I thought maybe they were trying to clean it up to sell it. So this garbage could be from squatters, but that doesn't seem like a lot of squatters for the amount of time that it has been allegedly abandoned, if that makes sense. Usually when you have an abandoned house, you've got accumulation of all kinds of shit. So a couple of garbage bags, more believable to me that it is used for a temporary hunting shelter while, just a place to sleep so they can go out early in the morning and do whatever hunters do. He's alive. Good to know. Maybe he wants to sell it. If you have a question, yes, it absolutely does. Put some kind of question mark or something at the beginning so I can see it right away. I think it's a neighbor that said it was empty. It was Daniel told me directly. Shatters would we never put trash out. Yeah. Yeah. And it would accumulate inside and it would be more than a bag or two. And I don't know that they would adhere to any kind of colored clothing, you know. Isn't Darren homeless? Maybe he is squatting there. Thought the same thing. Why not go knock on the door? Hey, Roots. Yeah, but I don't think that they would care if they were using the blue bag for certain things and the black bag for, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless maybe those are the bags that are there. I don't know. Darren knows we need the recording of Patty's phone call with Darren. Like, how are we going to get it? How are we going to get it? Me? Fair enough. I agree. They should check inside barns out too. Yeah, and there are some outbuildings on this property, and in behind there are some things that you can't tell what they are. Trying to bribe somebody just to go and look and see what one thing is, and we're going to look at it in a bit, maybe. How would Daniel know no one is living there? Maybe he should go investigate. And I posed that question to him because I've been trying to get him to understand that, okay, you believe the kids are alive, you believe that they're being hidden, blah, blah, blah. But what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? Just play the game with me for a little while. And what if you're wrong? Go check out that house. Can't be anything. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you guys, everybody's default is top chat. So if you go to the top and click on live, you'll get everybody's. Would it be Durwood living there since he's homeless and living with a friend? I think it's possible. Somebody must pay the power bill. I mean, lights are on a timer. Just to play devil's advocate, a-holes throw crap on my lawn as they drive by. I live on a farm off a highway, could have just flown off the back of the truck. We considered that when we talked about the garbage that was out by the curb, but they would have had to stop and place it neatly side by side at the curb. So, and then at some point, somebody would have had to walk it back up to the porch and place it neatly beside the bin. It's weird. Hey, Angel, I am doing well. Thank you. Yes, Belinda did go and search that property herself because nobody else would. He was in picture at least 2 weeks before the disappearance. You can't tell me he didn't jump at the chance to meddle. Yeah, yeah. Patty had asked him to go intervene beforehand. And then he claims to not know that he had family. Like after Jack and Lily went missing, he claimed that he didn't know he had family in that area. but Patty had asked him to go and intervene 2 weeks before the kids went missing. So, but he and Kent were at it again on DT yesterday. Kent went on about it in Crime Lines and Lies. This children hidden on the reserve has to stop. I hope. I do too. I hope the community lashes out at them. I truly do, because enough is enough. If you are peddling that theory, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed. If you're going to say that the kids are alive and being hidden, leave reservations out of it. Your bigotry is showing. Just stop it. You make me sick. And to peddle that in a public post like you're trying to be the hero of the day again is ridiculous. Sorry for anybody that thinks that I'm being too harsh or snarky today. Thank you. He is alive, so $50. What is this, Denmark? Thank you so much. That is so nice of you. Thank you. Mounts is a female. Someone interviewed her. Anyone remember hearing her? Didn't. I think we just figured out that it's Tinkerbell is her name. And I was just pointing out that she called Janie Mackenzie Janie Martell, so I venture to guess it's not Logan or Durwood. So, does anyone know what kind of vehicle Durwood drove when the kids went missing? I thought it was a black truck. I believe so. I'll tell you this much, he was selling a black Kia in August that he won't admit to. His name is there, posting it, but he never owned one. And maybe he didn't own one, but if he was selling it for somebody, then just say it. I'm over his shit. I'm done playing nice. Come at me. I don't care. He crossed the line for the last time today. Squatters don't generally sort their trash and use blue bags. Yes. Could be a seasonal. Yes, Squid. Thank you. There's a shed. I think it's like a dilapidated something or other, but we have a pretty good video. See if I can slow it down somewhat when we play it. But there seems to be like a little bit of something going on in the backyard, just maybe a place to put your old vehicles, or you know what I mean? Like, we'll see it. Did she ever say if RCMP checked the house? I'm assuming they did, because that would make sense. But I wonder if they noticed Getty's owner related to Durwood. I'm sure they know. I'm sure they know it by this point. But the thing is, I know that the RCMP, they did have dogs on that property, but I don't, and I cannot find out if they went inside the house. Thank you, Squid. Every second Tuesday is right. Perfect. I love it when my information that I'm getting, because I don't know this stuff, you guys. Other people like you all are the ones that are giving me the information. And like Daniel, and up until today, Durwood, but Durwood can go, you know, eat my heat because I'm over you. Go find somebody else to sucker. Yeah, the green garbage bin is for food garbage only. But if you were not there, Seawood, and nobody is going to be there, the garbage men are not going to pick this garbage up from the step. Okay? So just me, I would want the garbage inside of a bin, especially if I had to go back and put it to the curb before garbage day. That's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking that. When are the RCP removing the? I don't know. Soon. Kim, it's nice to see you here. Thanks for being here. These pics aren't from last week. Had them for a while. These pictures are from yesterday. These are not from the Hustler. If you have similar pictures, that's awesome. Squatters would not take trash out there. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, look who's here. Hey, Belinda, thank you for being here. Just wanted everyone to know that I wasn't in the barn, just searched around them. There were searchers there that day. So was the helicopter. Right, but we don't know if they went inside the house to search. We also don't know for sure that it's abandoned. We know for sure that somebody has been accumulating garbage there and that there has been movement in that house just in the last few days. So that's what we know for fact because we've seen it. The older pictures have a Chevy Silverado, the new ones have a GMC. What about the one that doesn't have a grill on it? Like, we're gonna look. And hi, Belinda. Everybody's loving that Belinda's here. I forgot to follow up with Daleen. I wanted her on today, but she's been busy in trial this week. So the night of the vigil, the lights were on and a couple vehicles were there. So last night too, Belinda, the person, one of the people who went by this house just on their route, they didn't make a special trip. They went by this house and it was like dusk, but the lights were on inside as well. But Daniel has told me that the lights are on a timer in that house. So I don't know what to think about that. I most certainly did not. Marie, what did you say? Hopefully something nice. So Belinda, did anyone looking inside, do you know? Hey Lobster, I don't see you, but thanks for being here. Hey Voodoo, True Crime Drunkie. In these parts, it's not uncommon for people to leave stuff out that makes it look like people are actively living there so people don't break in and vandalize the place. Bullshit. Daniel is full of it. No comment. Peace. I thought it was you that said your mom searched the barn. Maybe just ask Derwood. I think I just burnt that bridge. Could someone have been renting the house for a bit, cleaning it up before they leave? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I meant that I just burnt that bridge and I don't care. Makes me sick what was posted yesterday. Oh, his mom will be here too. Missing everybody. Not for sale as of now. Good to know. Maybe Derwood is moving in. Possibly, but why not just say that? It's just odd that the garbage was out beside the road and then a couple days later it's up on the porch. Yeah. Even if it's not the same garbage, then who's moving the garbage, number one, because it wasn't their garbage day this week. And if it's different garbage bags, then there are people accumulating garbage in this abandoned house right next door to where Jack and Lily went missing. And if you cannot see the potential relation to it, I would say just the way my brain works. For Janie move in instead of old camper. Yeah, but Janie likes her RV from what I understand, Lynn. She's still in it. Like she hasn't moved back into the um, trailer. So if the kids walked away, the dogs would have picked up a scent. This case, there's been no footprints of the kids. There needs to be 4 footprints of 2 kids, not a print here and a print there. Very good point. And like we've been saying that from the beginning. Like if they were playing outside that morning and Janie heard them that morning, then where are all their footprints at? They found 1. Hey Sharon, thanks for being here. Christy, good to see you. Thank you for the heads up. Miniature. All right, so let's move on. It's a little bit of a yeah, if anybody has an in with Patty, go and talk to her. You don't have videotape or anything, but just s- get some stuff answered. I know that it's hard to get to her through Cindy, but do we even know Durwood was asked by Patty? You think she would at least answer that question? She hasn't answered anything. Hey, Rena. Yeah, Daniel, if it belongs to family, in my opinion, go in it and check everywhere. Just, yeah, like your kids are missing. Baubles and dolls. Kent said Durwood isn't homeless. Bought a trailer? Good for Durwood. I wish he'd stay there. I'm not going to disagree with that. It's all so sketchy. Addie, to me, like in my opinion, that post goes beyond Durwood inserting himself. It is offensive and it is a pathetic, desperate attempt to again steer the narrative. And like I said, that that post yesterday was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not even going to pretend to think Durwood is on the up and up anymore. He crossed a serious line yesterday for me. And I know for a lot of you, he did that months ago, but I turned over this new leaf and I was trying to hear everybody out and I wanted everybody just to open their minds and, open communication. Durwood needs to shut up and go away, and I hope the RCMP pound on his door, and I hope Michelle charges him with some kind of harassment. I I hope nothing but karma comes and hits him straight between the eyes. It's the nicest way I can put it. How would Daniel know about the home, but not know who does come around? Yeah, someone ensuring lights are on type of garbage. Yeah, exactly. No, but like, and I said, you can't tell me you don't know if anybody's coming and going off that property because there's one neighbor. There's one neighbor. Hey, Ori. Absolutely. Absolutely. If anybody missed it, I'm not gonna put it up again. Not gonna put it up again. No, he's done. You're done. He's done. Yeah, we're wondering if what is in the backyard, and I'm gonna get to it. I know I keep saying that. Kent pissed me off. He started going on about what people should be doing due to their native spirituality. What the fuck does Kent know about natives and their spirituality? He stereotyped all of us. It's a problem. Let's go to Fernwood. I'm native, and be very careful what you're saying and stop blaming the band for what you have done. Thank you, Shirley. Say it again. Say it again. It's disgusting what he's done and the shit that he said yesterday. Like I said, takes a lot to top his bullshit, but he did it. He did it. I just sent Charmaine Nova and AB lovely little barrage of harassing messages I got from Jordan Geddes, despite never speaking to him before. Oh, good. Oh, good. Somebody sent me his picture yesterday. Hope he's okay. I'm unwavered until it's proven. Hopefully one day it will. I have no idea what your theory is and what you believe, Mr. Hemi, and it doesn't bother me here. You can say whatever you want as long as it's done respectfully. I normally try to stay respectful, but today Durwood has triggered me, and don't kill me. Don't kill me. I believe that the RCMP has searched the property. I don't know that they've searched inside the house. I don't know. I think there is a conspiracy involving Kent, Durwood, DM, and Janie, in my opinion, allegedly. Why would they involve themselves publicly in a missing persons criminal case? Right. Why? Why is it so important to Durwood to chase this narrative that the kids are on a reserve somewhere? To lower yourself, to ask them to do one more good deed because what he thinks they're doing with Jack and Lily is right. You fucking masochist. Give the public proof of life so they stop accusing innocent people. Hot kettle. Okay. Okay. No more questions. I don't see any question marks or anything. So I'm going to play this. It is a longer video. Which one is this? I don't even know. Okay, sure. Okay. It's a longer video, and it's what it's what you were going to do. And it's 11 minutes long, and it's got good audio on it. So hopefully I don't fuck that up, but it shouldn't. Oh, I have to remove this first. Apologies. And I'm gonna have to get back to work because they're just text them back because they're nonstop right now. So we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna mute myself and hit play. If there's a problem, you guys can't hear it, anything like that, let me know right away. But as it is right now, I double checked everything should be good to go. Okay, let's watch.
Describe this for you. So this is turning off the 289 onto the Larrig Road, where the neighbor said he heard Daniel allegedly drive from his house off of 1407 Gearlock Road, okay, which is the 289. All right. Daniel went over the railroad tracks on supposedly off Lansdowne and Lansdowne Station Road, turned around, went up the 289 and made a left onto Larrig Road. This is Larrig Road. It's like a dirt gravel road, guys. In a minute, I'm going to show you where the pipeline connects to this Larrig Road. So this is the street. If you're going to Daniel's house from Larrig Road, you're going to hit Matheson West Road after that, guys, where the Lansdowne Lake is. Okay. And then after that, then you have like Daniel's house and stuff. All right. So remember they had the staging area at the Lansdowne Lake area off of Matheson West Road. All right. Now, this area here, there's the pipeline right there. If you follow that through, keep driving there, you're going to go right behind Jack and Lily's house. All right. They just mowed this area, probably to keep it low, maybe because the cadavers were out there. I don't know, but it's been mowed. This is the opposite direction. This is Larrig Road, connects to the pipeline, guys, and this is the way out to go towards 289. So you turn here off Larrig Road, go down, and you'll run into Jack and Lily's house. I hope this helps to explain it. Now, there's a Lorda Park. It's a campground. It's no longer they're not open anymore. They had a funding problem a few years back, guys. I don't really know the details of it, but supposedly Justin Smith lives close to this area, so he would have seen or heard the car, because if Daniel allegedly drove the car, he would have seen and heard it. That's why Justin Smith spoke to the RCMP on dispatch around 2:30 in the afternoon on May 2nd, telling RCMP he can tell them what cars were going through because he's right there off the 289 at the closed down Lorda Park area, okay? The other neighbor, Brad, lives on Lansdowne Station Road, which is adjacent to where um, Daniel's father and the other brother live. Now, supposedly, allegedly, Janie's other brother, Harvey, lives on Lansdowne Station Road. So this might be why the neighbor kind of waited a little bit longer to come out and say something. I don't know. Kind of like don't shit where you eat type situation. I could be wrong, but I mean, if this happened, it's good that he came out. Maybe he spoke to Justin Smith and it rang a bell and he decided to tell them what he heard that night, okay? So just my speculation, just speculating. But this is the area, guys. Raw footage area of what it looks like, what road Daniel would have traveled, and what he would have seen driving his vehicle. Okay, guys, so this is Kent's channel, aka Jim Walker. He was there. This is raw footage as well from his drone. So basically, if you're going from Laird Road and you're going down, this you would hit the Lansdowne Lake, which is right here. Okay, so this road coming up right after the lake, you see the road right there? It's called Matheson West Road. It's where the staging area was, one of them. Anyways, so right in here, he's just like scrolling through the Lansdowne Lake. And I'm going to show you around the area while he's panning around. Okay, after that, looks like he's going down Matheson West Road and he's going to go towards Jack and Lily's home. So he's basically searching the area for Jack and Lily. It looks like it's the morning time. That's where so much fog is going on. But anyways, so he's following the woods along, looking for Jack and Lily here. Now we're going towards their house, and I gotta show you guys something in just a minute. So if you remember correctly, the people that live about 500 feet away, that looks like their house right there on the map. And then remember the old road Janie was talking about? Right there is the old road, guys. Remember, she says one of the neighbors drives with the old road. So right here, of course, is Jack and Lily's house. You can see that orange fence thing or whatever in the back. You see that orange piece of plastic fence thing. I guess that was before they were building the fence. And then the wood over there by the swing sets and stuff. Like this was like a couple days after, guys. This, you know what I mean? They hadn't painted anything or nothing like that. So this is what the aerial footage looks like. Now there's the 289. Then he pans over behind their house, where you should be able to see. Okay, so looks like the old road right there. Remember Janie said there was a tree across the old road back there, and they had to cut it down. The RCMP cut the tree down on the old road. Do you guys remember that? So, that old road like curves around, but now he's panning out towards Lansdowne Road. This would be Lansdowne Road, excuse me. This is where he's panning out over. So there's like a little lake over in that area too. I never noticed that one before, but yeah, he's showing the area around where Jack and Lily live. Now it looks like he's panning out towards Lansdowne Station Road because there's Jack and Lily's house. So across the way would be Lansdowne Station Road. Now here is more footage of the old road. You guys get a better look at it. The drone camera moves pretty quickly, so I'm pretty sure he pans into it again. Yep, there you go. That's the old road that Janie talks about. There's 289. Okay, so now this looks to be looks like the pipeline, from what I can tell from here. Oh nope, that's the old road still. I apologize. So that's the old road that Janie, like I just talked about just a minute ago. So that goes through the back of their house and then comes back out through the 289. It curves around. Remember Janie talking about that? How she got her boots, her jacket on. Then she went up through the kids' forts. See, there's a tree down right there. Went up through the kids' forts up there and then headed back to the old road and came back out to the 289, she said. And then she said something about searching across the way at the Lorda campground, which is he's going to show that in just a few minutes as well. But this gives you a better look at the area here. It's great coverage that he did. It'll also show Lansdowne Station Road as well in just a few minutes. So keep your eye out for that. Okay, quick look because it pans around fast. So right there was the Lansdowne Road. Then you look to the left, that is Jack and Lily's house, right? So he's gonna pan around for a few minutes, trying to keep which direction that I'm looking at here. It's hard to control the camera on the drone. It's pans kind of pretty quickly. But he's looking out behind Jack and Lily's house. So there's like nothing back there, right? Um, that is part of the old road, I think. I'm pretty sure again. And it should come back out through the 289 in just a second when he pans back around. Let's see. Okay. So, okay, right here, he's about to show the Lorda Park, the one that is closed down. You can tell it's the Lorda Park because it has the orange roofs, guys. It's a campground that is no longer like open anymore because of financial reasons. So right now he's looking north of that. So looking towards Larrig Road. Right there, if you keep going up that road that he was just showing, it goes towards Larrig Road. So this looks like to be the Middle River, that quick shot right there. Middle River runs all through there and goes down to the McLeod Road is right in there, guys. McLeod Road is where the sticker star was found. Remember over the little bridge, they found the little iridescent sticker star that you get from your teacher when you do a good job or get on your homework or you get at the doctor's office or what have you, right? So right now he's over in that area and then now he's back over showing showing Jack and Lily's house. There's the one neighbor, right? Off the old road, panning around in that area right now. Okay, so he's back on the other side of the road, 289. He's facing the Laird Road. There's Lansdowne Lake right there. Lansdowne Lake. That is where the staging area was when we first started the video. So this will give you a better look on what everything is. This is the cemetery, the St. Andrew's Cemetery, which is over in that area as well. We did a video not too long ago with the other cemetery that's close by as well. The Pioneer one. This is the St. Andrew's Cemetery, guys. It looks like the windows are boarded up there, but doesn't, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody lives on the grounds there or anything, but this is what is in that area over there close to that Lyric Road, just to give you an idea. Not too much going on, right, guys? Not too much going on over there.
Wow, lady, you're on a real fucking roll.
Excuse me?
Yeah, no, I won't excuse you. I just spent the last 30 minutes thinking of different ways to kill you.
I'm sorry. When did we meet?
What is this, your lawyer?
Oh, that's funny. I apologize, you guys. That was it was a movie. That wasn't to do with the case. It's okay. It was just a movie because I was like, dude, did she keep her camera on? Like, what's going on? But no, it was a movie. That was just the next video I had in queue. Calm down, everybody. My heart rate needs to come down a little bit as well from that. That's funny. I don't know. I was in a hurry to exit it, Diesel. I don't know. I don't know. But that was fun. That was good. A lot of it was what's his face? Tint. His drone footage, which is fine. But now we have a better idea of the route that Daniel took that morning, the Laird area, and also kind of where Justin Smith was staying. So now I've got this. It was sent to me in the form of separate pictures and videos, and this person doesn't want to be identified, and I understand why, because they are local. And so there were a few things that I had to cut out, and there are also pictures of houses that we're not sure whose they are. And even if we did, other than Daniel's house and this abandoned black house, I'm not comfortable putting them up on my live stream. So I did omit some things, but let's watch this video together. I don't think there's no need for me to play the sound, I don't think, and I'm gonna play and pause so we can kind of talk about what we're looking at, right? This is where we're gonna get a little bit of a look at the back of this house, like in the yard, just around the back of the house. So here's the abandoned house. And then as they go by, you slow right down, and like there's stuff back here. It looks like maybe old cars or something. I'm not sure, Carla. Thank you for keeping others' integrity in mind. Is that what that's called? I wouldn't feel right about showing a bunch of houses. I don't know if they're even involved. Like, well, why would we do that? But do you see what I'm looking at? I wish there was a way. I don't think that there's a way for me to zoom this in, right? There is a car or something back here, and then there's another picture, which I might have to pull up. I don't know, Carlo, was there 3 other vehicles there before? I know that Belinda said there were cars parked behind this house the night of the vigil, which got me thinking maybe they were hunters or just, you know, old scrap car. Yeah, yeah. So back over here, can you guys see my mouse when I'm pointing? Probably not. But back over here, you see this bright thing, and when you zoom in on it, it looks like either a crushed car or an overturned car. It, I don't know. Chop shop? I don't know if it's a chop shop per se, but looks like a place where people would put stuff they don't want to deal with anymore. Know what I mean? The other issue is if Cindy and Malia spoke out, at least to say the kids are not on any reserve, it might go a long way. Silence means all the blame is going Haley's way. It's unfair. I agree with that. They're kind of putting it all on Haley's shoulders. Pretty well looking car, yeah. Dumping junk, it's common. Yeah. But is it dumping junk on their own properties, or are you saying this is Getty's junk? It's my, scrap pile. It definitely looks like a scrap pile of sorts, but you can see tires in there, but it looks to me like a overturned car. But I could be wrong, like I'm not there. Many abandoned house people dump their stuff there. Like here in like specifically, Lori? I don't know if I'd agree with that verbiage that Haley inserted herself. She's speaking for the family very limitedly, right? I know some of the people that she's talking to, and there's a lot of information that she doesn't want shared for whatever reason. but, and I mean, I haven't been told that information, only what's been made public for the most part. But to me, if you're speaking for a family on behalf of the family in a case where two missing children, because the rest of the family doesn't want to talk, why not just, why is there so many secrets coming from that side? And you guys know how I feel about calling them sides, but I mean, as Sonny was saying, it's calling a spade, right? So there's that black truck that we've seen 100 million times this week. So this area now, we're towards McLeod Road, I want to say. And there was some talk, and I don't know if this is where that pink star was found or not, but I know Mike Damon or whatever, he was talking a lot about this little bridge, and this person was good enough to go walking down and show us this creek. So we're gonna watch that now. Just one sec. Um, I don't know, but I do know that it is right by the tracks. Like the tracks are right there. So this is a map where they were, and here's the video of that creek area. Because I had to cut it out because there was something that probably could identify the person in there. But so walking down to the creek bed, I'm having a look. Like I don't know what the undertow would be. It looks like it's a moderately quick moving creek, but it doesn't look deep enough for children to still be caught up or missing and not located. Okay. What screenshots? What screenshots? Don't want to pay to dump their junk? Yeah. I screenshot it and it looks like a big box full of wood. I think it's kind of blurry. Yeah, I mean, maybe I will pull up the picture that we zoomed in. I have to send it from my phone, but still can't seem to dismiss that black house. Maybe it's nothing, but like I said, research is easy. Yes, I agree, but who moved the garbage? And if somebody is staying there, why doesn't anybody know about it? Like Daniel, the next door neighbor. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. And like I said, my main concern is if there is squatters there and they have been there for a long time, what type of people are we talking about next door to where kids went missing from? Deep enough to drown? Yeah, but my point is there it is. There's the picture. I still can't zoom in more, but you can see like a tire or something. If you guys think it's wood and scrap, you're probably right. You're probably right. Going to say something? Sadly, our water table is rising quickly in that area. But that creek doesn't seem deep enough, and this was yesterday, you guys, doesn't seem deep enough to still be concealing children or any other evidence, backpack, anything. You know what I mean? I don't want to be too graphic, but it doesn't seem like it's deep enough to still be keeping secrets at this point. There's the one. That to me looks like an old Chevy, but it doesn't have a grill. So is this the one that you guys were talking about? But my problem with this one is this was on Daphne, full credit Daphne, but the house doesn't look black to me. Maybe it is, and it's just the color of the picture, but this truck doesn't have a grill on the front of it, and the other ones do. So if this is the same one, clearly it's different. Clearly it's different. And this one, this is a Chevy. It looks to me like a Silverado short box. So this is the one without the logo or whatever you call it on the front. It has those winter covers on it. All right. I trust you. So this is up by that Laird road. I wonder if this is one of those culverts that Daniel checked, and I wonder how deep that water is. Is that waist deep? Hello, I haven't seen you here before, but thank you for being here. I was digging around the other day and found that Melvin's wife ironically worked for Child Services, maybe still does. She was in charge of the caseworkers for foster families in 2016. That's interesting. The house is black and the yard is full of garbage throughout the woods and property. You didn't see anything that stood out to you? Darren believes Janie, but this isn't mentioned in Janie's police statement, at least that we saw, and she never mentioned it in her timeline on CBC. What? If someone is there, why don't they say so? In my opinion, this house is involved somehow. Photos of garbage by road shown online, then it's moved to the step. Odd to me. It is odd. Could be low tide. Thanks for being here. I haven't seen you before either. What else? Can a mod post my email for Jen? Why won't Janie own the story? Lots of hiding places, but no children, right? And it's not exactly 20. Like if we think about Brad Wong and his tip, the distance between 1407 and this black property isn't long enough to be that property, and I suspect that Brad could also see vehicles coming and going out of this driveway as well. I don't know for sure, but I would think. Sorry guys, I'm looking. Do you guys put my email in chat for them? Okay, I'll do it. Where? Oh, there we go. Right there. Did you get it, Jen? Head of administration of Malaya's band office is a former RCMP officer. I went to school with him. I can't see him knowing anything about this and letting it slide. Because they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Gosh. And honestly, like anybody that takes offense to being offended with that whole narrative that's being pushed to the brink of insanity now, get help. Go touch grass and get right with the Lord, because what you're doing is wrong. I am going to pull up my email so I can see what you're sending me, Jen. I mean, somebody, Lori, said it earlier. I don't think, like, I'm not saying anybody should go and harass Patty, but I'm saying I know that there are a lot of people out there who watch this, and some are connected to the family and some, I get it. I'm not asking anybody that's not connected to the family to go and harass this lady. I'm saying if you do know Patty and you're able to have a conversation, just ask her these easy questions that would clear so much up for us, right? Don't harass anybody, but I mean, they want to steer the narrative, or if they want to get public support, then they just need to talk about these things. I know there's a lot of things that they can't talk about because of the investigation and all that. I get it. But there are certain questions that could be answered that would go a long way to answer so many doubts that we have, right? Patty said sold her house, and she called Cindy abusive when she told her to get an education and a job. Yeah, they aren't just going to hide two whole humans and federal tops. That's right. That's my big thing. The easiest way to keep a secret is to make sure you're the only one that knows it. And it's been over 6 months now. You can't tell me more than one person is fully aware of what went on. Kent mentioned that some posters that were originally posted are no longer on the reserve. No. Is that what you're saying? Kent mentioned that? They said that they had their own posters, so they did not need Kent's posters. So, same story, different way of telling it, right? That's why I always consider the source and what their angle is. I get that, Charmaine, but it's an open investigation. We do not have the right to ask them questions. Right. Fair enough. Still go a long way. They want to ease the public's mind, the people that are accusing all these innocent people. You would think that he would get the answers to these questions from the people he claims to be doing it for. Like, he's so full of shit. We're going away. I don't know what that means. I don't know that I want to know what that means. I heard they had their own as well. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Did you send me something? I don't see anything. Most of the times you have to keep on top of placing posters. I think the 3 know what happened, but only 1 knows the disposal site. I think that is one person who needs attention on TV. Patty is smart enough to stay quiet. Or are you saying Malaya is being smart? Cindy's being smart? Is that what that means too? Can I read that into that? Especially if she's in cognitive decline. Yeah. Durwood is trying to flush people out if they're daft enough to take the bait. Is that what you think? Respectfully, I don't agree anymore. I don't think she planned on ever going back to work. Yeah? You think they're just playing it smart? I I agree. I agree, but it's still no excuse for not posting missing persons posters. There's still no excuse for not publicly looking for your kids or begging for whoever has your kids to bring them home. No excuse. Does anyone else find it very strange that Daniel and his family have not searched around the area where boot prints were found on the pipeline? Didn't they? I thought that's where they spent all their time day one. They must all know, otherwise Daniel would have sold Malaya out from the outset and vice versa. I think so too, or they don't know. If they had told the truth instead of trying to prove that they were such great parents when they were neglectful, maybe the timeline would have been a lot earlier than they all claim. Right. So that's why we are where we are, because they can't seem to tell the truth. In my opinion, families need to remove Darren as fixer. He is doing a lousy job. Don't let the lunatics take over the asylum. Right. That's what I mean. Like, somebody take that man's microphone away. He's like Trump. You know what I mean? Take his Twitter away from him. Words can't be used against you when you say nothing. Right, but I don't think any one of us would hold it against Malaya to share a missing persons poster publicly. I know I wouldn't. Might shut me up a little bit, or it might have, not anymore, but it might have. I mean, it's not hurting you, Penny, to be out there being a voice and trying to find information and legitimately not knowing where your grandchildren are. I mean, I know it's emotionally taking a toll, but this is what the public would expect from a mother. It's just whether she thinks she's playing it smart or not, she's coming across as cold and heartless and involved in some way, shape, or form. It's unfortunate because maybe she's not. Maybe she's working with the RCMP. It's possible. But just the optics of it were terrible. I don't know where Dee and his family searched. Anybody that wasn't there doesn't know, but we know what he said. And we just kind of watched that in that previous video. In my opinion, Smart is putting Lily and Jack first, telling the truth and not aiding cowards. Couldn't agree more. Belinda, I assume that's why they've been keeping quiet. I don't know. Why keep it quiet though? I don't know. To help Malaya keep Meadow? Because that ship has sailed through Malaya's own actions. There's no benefit or motive to keep this going. Daniel claimed he has never searched in that area. I think that area needs searching if you stay away from it. Really? Okay. You're still waiting on yours, Marie? Yeah, we need t-shirts. Words don't use against you when you're telling the truth. Right. Darren is serving as a distraction. Look in New Brunswick, PEI, USA, as far away from Gerlach Road as possible. Staying quiet is the best policy. The only people they will be talking to is the police. But what rationale, Lori, do you have for them not sharing a missing persons poster? If it's true that some of the people on that reserve didn't even know Jack and Lily were missing, what makes that okay if that's true? Wouldn't if they were your children, wouldn't you be yelling from the rooftops? And if you weren't comfortable doing it the same way Daniel's doing it, I would post a missing persons poster. I would share pictures. I would be hiding behind my keyboard, but still fighting and searching for answers. After 6 months, it's too late. Well, if she started doing it now, it would just be to shut us up, right? So it means nothing now. It's too much. I dreamed Patty didn't know who she was. You guys said the lady older from the birthday party is her, and the guy has blue eyes, uniform, mechanic uniform. They know, wait until the truth came out. Thanks for being here. No, I'm not wearing any t-shirt with Durwoodism on it. What if it's like one that has like I Heart the RCMP, the bucket of chicken, and then we'll have the Durwoodism on it? Would you wear that? Even for member lives? Why not share your kids' photos for your missing kids? What you're suggesting is something nefarious happened? I mean, that's a fair way to look at it, right? If you're not, if there's not a peep, and then 5.5, 6 months in, we get this letter, and then not a peep again, not a missing persons poster shared, not a good story about Malaya, searching for her kids. We've heard rumblings now that she's trying to help with Please Bring Me Home. Maybe. But we don't know that. I don't. I don't. Very racist in your opinion? I don't think that's an opinion anymore. I think his posts have solidified that. And if he doesn't see that, he's definitely jaded. Sebastian Rogers had posters everywhere, but still nothing. Yes, and Jack and Lily have posters everywhere and still nothing. That's got nothing to do with why a mom isn't looking for her kids or keeping their faces out there. Katie Proudfoot isn't helping either. So, I mean, that's not an argument for her staying quiet. Maybe a mug with I love RCMP. I don't know if others would get the joke. Oh, I'd explain it to them, Drip. Durwood is a bigot on all fronts, little mama. Expensive signs too. Too bad they weren't donating partial for making them. Who called you? Jordan? Where the hell has Malia been? Pisses me off so bad. Poor Jack and Lily. They deserve so much better than what they're getting. Like the voices that they're getting from the family is Durwood making posts like he did yesterday. And it's going to get worse. And make no mistake, I'm fully aware that I'll be a target now. I don't care. And we have Daniel, who has kind of stepped back a little bit. And Janie, who's seething 2-day rant on a Facebook private message group, doesn't show any sort of, hint that she misses the kids. Or I just, these are the voices that Jack and Lily get out of their family. What the- Lily and her family knows, because why would she want their clothes and birth certificate? Diane, that is your best shot. Pathetic. You guys being nice to each other in chat, please. If I can do it, you can do it. All of them came off as ignorant hicks full of hate. I heard that Daniel won't look where the boot prints are. Did you hear that? I'll ask him. I'm shocked that the company would not give them a deal with 2 missing children. I would not be surprised if a deal was granted. It absolutely would. Look at Carla Homolka. And they didn't even recant the deal when she was found to be lying and completely involved in even more assaults than she had originally told about. They didn't even backtrack that deal. She still got out of prison. Well, let's remember Malaya said she thinks they were abducted. So where's the plea? There is none because she knows pain and sorrow. Absolutely. Hey, Kim. She took their book bags too, if he's being honest, that is. I never heard that. We did. I don't want to play them. Do you want me to show them, Drip? I don't want to. I don't want to poke a bee that I've never looked into Jordan beyond him being friends with Daniel. I do not have Charmaine's patience. I do not understand why Lori goes into all these chats just to argue. Let people talk. If you don't like it, then kindly leave. Okay, back in my corner. Like I said, everybody has their opinions, and as long as you're respectful, you can say whatever you want here. Except Durwood now. Durwood can fuck off. But yeah. They don't need a voice if she knows they're not coming back or if she's hiding them. I don't think she's hiding them. And that's where I was for quite a while. I thought that Malaya could have been grieving what she truly believed happened after having time away and being able to go over the events. And she doesn't know 100%, but she now knows that what she was told was a lie. And she came to terms with it and spent weeks and weeks grieving. And then we saw a picture of her at the beach, which I didn't have a problem with. I thought it was in poor taste for Cheryl to share that publicly or on Snapchat, whatever. But it should have been kept private. But if that was part of her healing, I I wouldn't have had a problem with it. What I had a problem with was everything that came after that. And to know that she truly, like, that's what she wants the public to know, that she believes the kids are alive and she still has hope and everything else she said in that letter. If that's what she truly believes, then why aren't you helping us look for your kids? Why? If you want answers, ask Malaya. That's the literal missing piece here. Yeah, well, do you have an in with Malaya? Because she's not answering anybody. I would look now either, unless I had a cop with me. Sticking to me first on road home, and yeah. Same. They deserve better. How Not to Give a Fuck Mode. Love it. Great book, by the way. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I own that one as well. I've noticed a lot in a lot of Daniel's videos when kids are brought up, he uses past tense terms. Yes, and okay, so, and I could be wrong, and this is devil's advocate, don't come for me, but it could be because they're no longer there. And so that's how their brain just tells their mouth to talk about them because they are no longer present. Does that make sense? Probably not, but she sure did. And she was on the PTA until she was outed. It's just shocking. People don't want her around their children, though. So it amazes me that she actually thought that it would be okay with people. Like, what planet are you from? Anyway, what should I put up just to keep. Drippy, did you answer me? I'm sorry. Do you want me to put this up? Jordan isn't a bee, more like an angry hornet. I mean, I don't want no part of him. I'm not a fan of him. Don't get me wrong. But if he can prove to me that his dad isn't a racist bigot, I'm all ears. I mean, I'm done. My ears are shut off for Durwood now. Like I'm over it. That was it for me. But I mean, if Jordan wants to, stick up for his dad and come at me with some proof that he's not a fucking bigot, I'm all ears. Okay. I'll put it up, but I'm not going to say I'm going to read it all. Like I said, and I mean, I'm doing the same thing today. And if Jordan wants to come at me, whatever, but please, when you come at me, do it with information that's going to help, change my mind. If I'm that important, if my opinion is that important to you, or if Drippy's opinion is that important to you that this is what you're going to do, then, don't waste your time and come with facts. Because no amount of yelling at me or screaming at me or threatening me is going to make me not believe that Durwood is a shit show who has been controlling the narrative for far too long. Is it true Christine is now saying Malaya is guilty, or is she just a woman scorned? I don't know. Is she still relevant? I think Durwood kind of initiated first. Absolutely. Sure. All right. So, yeah, she got fired from Remax for doing a live stream at her desk with the Remax logo behind her. We never really got in behind that whole narrative with Christine and all the bullshit that was going on there. That is the definition of drama that I wanted nothing to do with. And to know that she was kind of playing both sides of the fence didn't surprise me when I found that out. But no different than Taylor, in my opinion. Like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? This is a case with 2 missing children. You're not an officer. You're not law enforcement. Why are you going so deep? Why are you trying to, I don't know, kind of, get too close to the fire? You're going to get burned? It's offered if Malaya wanted to search. She declined. Hey, Mike, I will play it now on my live and you can hear it later when you are done with this live. Yeah, I'm not. I'll play it, but we can, I don't know how this works. Does that zoom it for you? Curious why a Getty's is sending me a friend request because you're a fucking moronic retarded bitch. I love it when people use big words. It's my favorite. When they like introduce themselves to their intellect level right off the hop so you know what you're dealing with, makes it so much easier. I'm not reading this. He doesn't deserve the airtime. Like, wow. Wow. If Mike is gonna play it, I will go watch it on Mike's channel. It's not gonna happen here. That guy is too dumb for words. Sorry. I don't know that there's a whole lot more that I wanted to. I wanted to have my little rant about Durwood and how at first when I came out with this new leaf in my channel and I wanted to do this and that, whatever, I was giving everybody a clean slate. Not stupidly, I still kept in my mind everything, but I wanted to hear everybody out and I wanted them to just pretend for a second that they could possibly be wrong. Let's talk about all of it, right? And it was working for a while. And then he started his shit again. And I just, like I said, all I could think was the Bugs Bunny, the Ultramaroon, and the Gen X, and how I would love to be able to rip into him. And so I did. I took my opportunity, I stooped, and we'll get back on track for the next one. And I feel like every friggin' live stream, I say that because I'm a little bit worked up lately, but 6 months, 6 months. And this is what we get. It's disgusting. So, close to 2 hours, I think. Mike, I think he might be waiting for me to finish and he's going to do some exciting stuff. So we're going to hear this lunatic go off on Drip. And it would be great if we could all support Drippy. Don't harass Jordan or anything, but if he comes at you, you might have to stoop. Anybody else? Anybody else have anything they want to talk about? And what other email did I get? Yeah, I saw Ron's wife was actually quite nasty to somebody on a Facebook post as well. I saw Kent kind of jumping down somebody's throat as well, and it's all just nasty. Why? We are looking for answers. We are looking for information about Jack and Lily, ages 4 and 6, when they went missing over 6 months ago. Why is there drama? Why is there bullshit? Who knows? Thanks, Just the Facts, man. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks again to Barrett Opera One for my $50. I don't know what that is. Denmark or something? True. But it's amazing. I thank you all so much. Have a terrific night, everybody. Did you see the CPS daytime parking lot video? No, I did not. But if you have something, email it to me. If not, I'll probably see you over in Mike's chat. Have a good night, everybody. And if you didn't notice my new outro, I thank all the channels. I don't think any other channel out there thanks other YouTube creators because it's almost like competition. I'm in competition with nobody. And I thank every single person for keeping Jack and Lily's names out there, Sebastian Rogers, all of them. So have a great night, everybody. Watch the outro. It's not the best. It's what I could do.
We're going